Father, first we thank you for the freedoms we have in this great country, together in community, enjoying time with family and friends here at the race today. Thank you for the sacrifices of so many through the years to afford us this freedom. We ask today that you would reveal yourself to everyone here today, drivers, crews, track staff, vendors, and the NASCAR fans, which are the greatest in the world. I pray for the safety of the drivers and the crews, and we are so thankful for your richest, mighty love that you have for each and every person here today. And we praise you and thank you in Christ's name. Amen.
America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, walk with love. God bless us. By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed, at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight were the free, and with the home of the
Let's hear it.
Pull me under to the bottom of the well. You keep your motor running till that victory bell. One for the money, to another show. Please start your engines now and rock and roll.
I forgot his name right now. He's gonna be here, like for this year and next year. Remember how they have about 2 years? And they'll change it up a little bit.
Drivers, start your engines.
Driver, fire up when you're ready. Fire in the hole. You're done when you're ready.
Engines are fired up. Again, intensity high. And this race has always started with, well, maybe a little calamity in turns 1 and 2. That's coming up next.
Hello. Time and time again, we see that come into play here, and that is what race is here.
Limited number of tires here, 4 sets for these teams. All right, Kim, a few more storylines before we get the green flag.
Ty Gibbs looking to defend his win here at Kansas from last year, and he's won 3 of the last 6 races on mile-and-a-halfs in the Xfinity Series. But despite that, the team still feels like there are things they need to do today and next week to get themselves playoff ready. Crew Chief Chris Gale told me they've been what he calls a little free-spirited in their thinking over the summer stretch.
Thrown a bit of a curveball with this cool weather. They told me they had set this car up for 90-degree plus temperatures, and right now we're looking at just under 70 degrees out here, which changes the grip profile. They're going to have a lot of work to do in that 16
Line, and the green is out. We're racing in Kansas.
Kind of surprised to see Brandon pick the bottom right here. As cool as it is, I would think there's a lot of grip in this middle lane. His teammate can stay on his door to be an advantage. Oh, Justin Allgaier on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make it 3 wide.
Oh, he almost wrecked Ty Gibbs.
Austin Hill in the 21 up there. We saw Sam Mayer in the 1 right up against the wall. At least they all made it through 1 and 2. We've seen it before in the Xfinity Series
nice.
where they didn't get through that first turn.
These guys are back for the quarter panel, but they all came out of there okay.
Practice and qualifying yesterday, we saw cars moving all over.
Sammy Smith already got some front end damage.
They were tight in some
Right
areas.
front.
And right now, they're full throttle working their way around this mile-and-a-half.
Use that car right there on the bottom.
3 wide still back here.
Number 18.
Sammy Smith down on the bottom of that 18 car. Josh Berry in the sandwich, dropping back.
Four wide.
Right now.
Yeah.
Pretty good run up.
Almost
front.
5 wide.
Ty Gibbs. As he's looking to the inside now for the lead. Gibbs on the inside of Brandon Jones.
He's pushing his tires right now, but
Fight for the top spot as Jones had it, and now Gibbs working a little lower line there through 3 and 4. We'll see him down to the apron. He can keep that speed up.
Jones trying to keep close. Gets that 54 loose.
Woo.
Gets out of the gas, sliding the back all the way off turn 4.
All right, find your rhythm here.
A little bit of a drive down the straightaway, starting to push this 54 car away from him now.
Jones stays high, and Gibbs actually drifts up to the wall in front of him.
sideways.
See the back of Gibbs' car moving around a little bit in the middle of 1 and 2, but able to carry a lot of speed on corner
He used up
entry.
his tires.
Even though it's wiggling around, to drive it that deep in the corner, he's got to feel secure with it.
What I'm saying.
Sheldon
Oh,
Creed
2
now
little
is
loose. It's
Gregson
normal.
trying
Little
to
loose
take
car.
that spot away. Creed
Some
holding on to
adjustments.
4th.
Ty's is pushing it too much. I'll
45
tell him.
first stage.
Calm down.
And Creed
Hopefully
needing
it'll-
points.
Straight down to the bottom here, moves low. That puts a little air on the nose of that 9 car, gives him the opportunity to get a run down this back straightaway, not able to put it together. Dave, what you got on the 2 car?
Oh, Gregson loose.
Junior
Everybody
Sheldon
loose.
Creed so close to the win last week, an automatic berth into the playoffs. but
Noah
he's still
Gregson almost
outside
in the
looking
wall.
in As this race starts,
Might have scrubbed the wall.
Chief Stankiewicz, he promised me
Might
that he
have.
has, by this time of the season, shed his truck mentality.
There he goes,
You must know,
sideways.
Of course, you saw that wiggle right there that these cars do not have compared to the trucks, and he's managing it so
Everybody
well.
is
I hope he
loose.
manages it in the next 2 races to the playoffs.
You can see right there how he drove into turn 1 and the car just went way up the racetrack, almost made contact
You
with
see
the
him
wall. And
side
that's what Dave's
drifting
talking
through
about. These cars do not make rear grip anywhere like those trucks do. Trucks are planted with the back of the car, and these cars are always sliding around. Major adjustment.
We're seeing Allgaier in the 7 work his way past Sheldon Creed, as Sheldon Creed seems to be catching his
Why
breath.
he's screaming so much? Over 45 laps, 44 laps. That's a half second a lap, right? So he does not feel good right now. He does not have near the pace he needs if he wants to try to win this race.
A lot of traffic here as we see Ty Gibbs weaving in and out of some of these lap down cars. Already Ty Gibbs has put all the way up to 19th a lap down, and 19th is Jeremy Clements. But out of turn 4, Ty Gibbs will pick up where he left off last year, and he will win the stage. Won this race a year ago. Just the 5th stage win this year for Ty Gibbs. That actually is going to be the first on a 1.5-mile track. So Ty Gibbs has a 1.5-second lead over Gregson when he wins stage 1. Gregson, fastest car on the track there toward the end, but ultimately Gibbs flexing his muscles here in Kansas.
Use tires. Let's listen to in-car radio.
Actually, let's listen to Parker.
Guys, just really quick, Ryan Sieg's team told me before the race, this is the opportunity they were looking for, to do something different. So when everyone pitted, they told them to do the opposite and stay out, and now restarting in the top 4 in that playoff battle.
Well, they did the opposite all right, but I think they were hoping more would choose to stay out with them. But now 3 cars could be sitting ducks. The pressure, Goodyear rubber coming quickly as look
5,
at this,
6
they
wide.
up to 4, 5, and 6 wide. 4 wide going into turn 1.
No advantage to the
5.
9 car. Noah Gregson, he made it 3 wide in the middle. Now he is all the way to the rear
4.
line off the hill.
In the wall.
Bumping and banging as they go down the backstretch, and quickly Noah Gregson to the lead.
Great restart by Noah. Now look at Allmendinger on the bottom.
Think about these cars, you can bump and bang a lot more.
Ty Gibbs was
Same
up
thing with
top,
the cup
trying
car
to run
now.
the wall again as he's stuck behind the 21 of Austin Hill.
Yeah, the 21 just needs to put it on the fence, and that's the only thing you can hope for if you're him, to stay up here and maintain any kind of track position.
Brandon Jones putting the pressure on the 16 of Allmendinger right now. Here comes the 7 of Allgaier as well.
Allgaier's got really good speed right here. The best we've seen him all day.
So it's Noah Gregson, A.J. Allmendinger, Brandon Jones, Allgaier, and Gibbs the top 5.
And this is a second and a half behind him. Actually, Allgaier in front of Jones. Man, AJ getting aggressive, trying to keep these guys honest, not able to really drive into the corner like you want when a guy's on your door like that, but he's going to lose his position to Sammy. Sammy Smith into 5th place. Austin Hill trying desperately to hold on to his spot right here. Just outmatched. His tires are nowhere near as good as all the guys are that are around him. Austin Hill all the way back in 16th.
Remember, Moffitt was up into the wall. You see the 07 making his move. Landon Castle in the 10, trying to get by the 16. Once again, A.J. Allmendinger right on that outside door.
Yeah, Allmendinger drove down in there, pulled all the air off of Castle, but Castle did a nice job.
That's Ross Chastain has come out. This might be for rain. Sure enough, it is.
NASCAR has made it a point since Daytona to get the caution out before the rain starts heavily. So if they get any sense whatsoever of rain, a few drops, and we saw some on the camera, just a few drops, and they're going to throw it.
Yeah, a big cold front that's been passing through the Midwest right now. And there you see the radar.
Well, that's going to end the race right there. That's going to end the race.
There's no rain here. This shot, there it is.
There's the lights coming back on.
Now we're coming to 3 to go.
3 to go. And remember, it was either halfway or the end of stage 2 what makes an official race. And this will be official if they get to the end of stage 2. Now, once again, just like you heard, Luke Lambert, he said, you know, we want to race. We want to go the distance if we can. But this is a situation where there is a huge storm, a huge front that's coming through from the west. And if it does dump on this racetrack, they might get one to go again here. We'll see if they will.
Going to get the one to go one more time and try to see if they get around to turn 2, if there's any rain on the windshields. NASCAR is going to try their hardest to get these guys a green flag finish to the end of this stage, but they're also pushing themselves up against completing this race under yellow. I like this call, though, Junior. I like the fact that they're saying, okay, there's got a few sprinkles off turn 1. There's no damage. And right now saying, let's go one to go again, roll them back down the back straightaway. If we don't have any rain, then we're going to drop the green flag. I like the effort to see what could happen. There's no harm in this. The danger is what you said. You're getting closer to ending this stage under caution.
Think about what we may have here. 2 laps to determine who potentially could win this race. So that's what it's going to be, a 2-lap shootout to the end of the stage.
It's just like, right here, bro. Just like a green white checker at the end of the race. It's just no different than that. That's what I tell you, my driver. Hey, it's a green white checker to finish. This is for the win.
How aggressive will they get? Lights stay off of the pace car.
In the turn, get around the high side of Noah. Maybe take him 3 wide here.
Jones and Gibbs back there in row 2, but up front, Noah Gregson, as well as Allgaier. Green flag back in the air. 2 more laps to go to end stage 2.
Side draft from Noah trying to slow that 7 down of Allgaier. Allgaier deep into the corner. Noah able to stay on his door.
Here comes Gregson.
Gone.
Fires by on the outside.
Oh, here comes Ty.
Out of the 54. He hits the back of the 7.
Interesting right there. Ty Gibbs did not take that run. He decided not to try to pass him. Now he's going to the outside.
Oh.
Noah had to go low to try to block that 7. That's going to give the 54 the top and the momentum.
White flag.
Here comes Ty Gibbs into 2nd place.
One more time around to
stage
number 2. Big momentum out of Ty Gibbs. Chasing after that 9 of Noah Gregson.
Not to the fin.
Ty Gibbs to the top. Ty Gibbs is going to have the speed. Noah's got to tie it off turn 2. Lost some speed. Now the 7 Allgaier alongside him.
Side drafts the 54. Allgaier now up to 2nd. Noah Gregson coming out of turn number 4. He sees the white and green checkered flag, and he's going to win stage 2.
Big contact for 2nd. Big contact between the 7 and the 54. That was big. If this race goes green, that could be a factor.
Still some smoke coming out.
Yeah, it's really coming down 1 and 2.
Noah,
It was absolutely fine, and now it's pouring.
So deadpan when he said it too. Yeah, it's really coming down in 1 and 2.
Well, now the race goes back here.
Whammo.
Came back down and really slammed into the outside of that 7 of Allgaier. That was to finish.
Noah Gregson be saying, make it rain, baby, make it rain, cause it makes my tractor sexy.
In certain parts of the racetrack, but to warrant bringing the cars down for red flag, and so we'll be under caution.
Flag is out. So the drivers will be climbing out of the cars here momentarily. But Noah Gregson, you really have to this last one, where Noah Gregson, here he is. This was when there were 3 cars that did not come to pit road, but the fresher tires on the 9 here.
He gets into the back of the 39 car, and I thought that was, that hurt the initial acceleration of the car, but he's able to go to the middle of the racetrack. Seat goes low, trying to allow everybody around the outside to stay out of trouble here.
High, fake high, and dive low.
That's how Noah Gregson grabbed the lead.
Yeah, it's a 54 car, Ty Gibbs.
Outside of the race cars, they're going to cover it up, and you see the rains coming down now.
Noah's announced he's going full-time cup racing next year. Years of experience in this Xfinity series served him well. This has been his strongest year. It's also been a learning year for him, a championship contender. And so I think everybody, including myself, was curious as to whether he would improve from that moment. How would he change to get beyond that? And can't ask for.
And frustration got
There's
better
your winner
of
right
Noah,
there.
and he actually
Oh,
slammed
Noah
into the side
Grace.
of Sage going down one of the straightaways there. So as you mentioned,
About 93.
he has come from that. The owner of the race team, Kelly, had to talk with him, and I come down. It is completely soaked now. So that rain that we expected has come, and when we looked at the radar, it looks like it could be here for quite some time. You saw quite a few of the team members, organization, walk by and fist bump Noah Gregson, but Allgaier still right there in second right now, and let's hear from him. He's with Parker.
Right, Rick, and it's absolutely pouring as we're still here on the grid. What are we doing out here? But I want to go back to that restart against Noah, your teammate. You knew this rain was coming. It looked like you gave it every shot you had. What more did you need to get ahead of him?
I was waiting for Eddie to call me clear right there, but hats off to our entire Junior Motorsports team. Obviously, if it ends like it does, we come home with a 1-2. Really proud of our 7 team.
Of equipment this weekend in many ways. Not just for sun, now also for rain. And just to for everyone out there who loves to see this sort of thing, I know it's wet, because if I put my hand on the ground, it's wet, Rick.
And yes, I see you once again showing us exactly what the situation is. Noah Gregson, have they told it?
He's a
have
winner.
they told the driver
Yep.
of the 9 yet?
Yeah, it sounds like that might be official.
They have passed the information along. NASCAR has told us he is now headed to the indoor victory lane. And Noah Gregson wins at Kansas in a rain-shortened race here at the end of stage 2, now grabbing his 10th career win. And by the way, he didn't have a top 10, and now he has a win.
Oh, the race is not official.
Was it officially the rain? Was that what it was?
It was official that Parker's umbrella is going.
Okay.
To work out, but we did, and Sheldon didn't get any points, and he was looking like he wasn't going to be able to, so we just kind of did something different to try to gain something on him and on ourselves. So
Mathematically in it. Look at second and third, tied right now. They are 20 points back from Will Power. Again,
A board track.
That's right. You are a historian of the sport.
A board track.
So they were racing on a board track. And so the Astor Cup, once again, that started back in 1915 and 16. But the official, Noah Gregson, has won his 10th career race, and it comes here at Kansas Speedway. Just a little delayed from the first time we announced it.
We're there at the beginning in the first stage, but this Bass Pro Shop team, Luke Lambert and the rest of the boys.
Where are we going, by the way?
We're going to get in the car. We're putting Z-Man. Johnny, we're putting Z-Man in the car.
Yeah. Who is Z-Man?
This is Z-Man right here. He's my main buddy. Are they not letting us put him in the car? Well, we're going to climb the fence.
Careful.
I don't know. I felt like if it would have went green, We could have kept working on it. We got on tires. I saw the 07 spinning their tires, and